The Constitution of India is a comprehensive and dynamic document that serves as the legal framework for the country. It establishes the structure, powers, and responsibilities of government institutions and sets out the fundamental principles and rights that govern India. Historical background of the Indian Constitution. Motivation to create a constitution. India gained independence from British rule on August 15, 1947. To govern such a diverse and vast nation, India required a structured legal framework to ensure justice, equality, and order. Constituent Assembly formation, established in 1946 under the Cabinet Mission Plan. Initially consisted of 389 members, later reduced to 299 members after the partition of India. The Assembly was chaired by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who served as its president. Government of India Act, 1935, a foundational framework. Constitutions of other countries such as United States, fundamental rights. United Kingdom, parliamentary system. Ireland, directive principles of state policy. Canada, federal structure with a strong centre. Government of India Act, 19. Preamble, the spirit of the Constitution. Adopted on November 26, 1949. Acts as the introduction to the Constitution, highlighting its values. The preamble describes India as sovereign, free from external control. Socialist, commitment to reducing inequality. Secular, freedom of religion for all. Democratic, power lies with the people. Republic, head of state is elected. Federal system with unitary bias. English, India has a federal structure where powers are divided between the union and state governments. Centralized powers, during emergencies, the union holds more power, showcasing a unitary bias. Two, lengthiest constitution. English, India's constitution is the lengthiest in the world, covering diverse aspects to ensure governance in a vast and diverse country. Initially, 395 articles, 22 parts, and 8 schedules. Currently, 470 articles, 25 parts, and 12 schedules. Fundamental Rights, Part 3. English. Fundamental rights guarantee liberty and equality to all citizens. 6 Fundamental rights. Right to equality, Articles 14 to 18. Right to freedom, Articles 19 to 22. Right against exploitation, Articles 23 to 24. Right to freedom of religion, Articles 25 to 28. Directive Principles of State Policy, Part 4, are non-enforceable guidelines for governance. Inspired by the Irish Constitution. Aim to create a welfare state ensuring social, economic, and political justice. Promoting welfare, health, and education. Uplifting marginalized and weaker sections. While non-binding, they guide government policy towards justice and equality. Directive Principles of State Policy, Part 4, are non-enforceable guidelines for governance. Inspired by the Irish Constitution. Aim to create a welfare state ensuring social, economic, and political justice. Promoting welfare, health, and education. Uplifting marginalized. Independent judiciary. Ensures justice and protects the Constitution. Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution. High courts and subordinate courts ensure justice at state and local levels. 8. Amendment process. Flexible and rigid. Requires a simple majority, special majority, or ratification by states, depending on the subject. First Amendment, 1951 addressed land reform laws. As of 2024, there have been 105 amendments. Independent schedules of the Constitution. Organize details like government functions, state lists, and official languages. Originally 8, now 12 schedules. Example, Schedule 7 outlines the division of powers between the Union and states. 10. Universal adult franchise. All citizens aged 18 and above can vote. Ensures equality in representation. Important principles and provisions. Important principles and provisions. Separation of powers. Power is divided among legislature, makes laws, parliament and state assemblies. Executive implements laws, president, prime minister, and government. Judiciary interprets laws, courts. Emergency provisions. Special powers during national emergency, Article 352. State emergency, Article 356. Financial emergency, Article 360. Languages. Hindi is the official language, Article 343. Recognizes 22 scheduled languages, 8th schedule. Significance of the Constitution. Promotes unity, balances cultural and linguistic diversity. Safeguards rights, protects individuals' freedoms and dignity. Framework for governance, guides all institutions and authorities. Democratic foundation, ensures rule of law and citizen participation.